Hey guys, it's me, 50, and welcome back to 50's Thoughts. Last week we did the big Batman review, so sorry, but the next couple of weeks are going to be easier before I get into yet another review. So you can kind of expect that. Again, want to do some short ones since that last review took me a while to do, and I want to congratulate myself with just an easier video to do this week. So, with that being said, today we'll be looking at the Green Arrow Season 4 trailer, or Arrow. We can call him Green Arrow now, right? But, we'll be looking at that trailer today. I'll be giving my reactions and stuff. If the reaction part to it gets cut, alright? So, if YouTube claims it, that will be up on my Facebook page. I'll try to put the link right here. I was pointing here, but I didn't realize how much space I had here. So right here, you can see the thumbnail. It will take you to the Facebook link. Otherwise, it will be in the description down below to see my thoughts and reactions to that video. So if it does get cut, we'll just jump into the thoughts and opinions section. If it doesn't, then, well, let's jump into the reactions. Okay, I'm gonna say this a little bit before, all right? I haven't watched all of Season 3 yet. The reason why is because I had a lot of it spoiled for me. Red and Infamous, they watched it. I kind of watched bits and parts of it with them, and they kind of caught me up along the way. Still gonna watch Season 3. And Season 4 looks like it's gonna be good. I hate Diggle's costume. Diggle's costume is ridiculous. I feel like he could have had a hood or a domino mask, but what's with the Magneto helmet? You know, I don't really like that. The beginning was a little weary for me, right? And I'm glad that they cut away from that. The problem with Season 3 was its pacing, right? I think that was the big complaint that people had about Season 3 of Arrow, is it's, number one, okay, that's when they accepted, yes, they're a Batman show, because that whole Ra's al Ghul type thing, yeah, that could have worked in Batman. And probably would have worked better in Batman. But the thing with the kind of, oh, the Arrow is dead at the beginning, makes me feel like, yeah, they're getting into Green Arrow now, which, you know, don't get me wrong, I like Arrow, but I've always wanted to see Green Arrow, and it seems like Green Arrow is more or less coming out more this season. And it seems like this season is kind of like a second pilot, or at least that's what it seems like, is like it's a second pilot, because they're, you know, introducing, you know, Green Arrow this time around as Green Arrow, not just the Arrow or the Vigilante like they did in previous seasons. The bad guy doesn't look that bad. He didn't do much in the trailer, so I don't know what I can truly say about him, but it seems like, you know, he'll be okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'm still caught up on Diggle's costume, I'm sorry. Willa Holland looks great in the Red Arrow costume. You know, I'm a big fan of Willa Holland. Ever since like the show began, I really liked her character and things like that, and I like her as an actress and things like that. So it's going to be interesting seeing her kind of take on the Speedy role that Roy Harper would kind of take up, you know, when he starts in the comics. You know, he turns into Speedy first and then becomes Arsenal, Red Arrow, take your pick. It's comic books are hard to understand because everyone goes through some sort of weird identity crisis at some points. I mean, look at Dick Grayson. I mean, he was Robin, then Nightwing, then Batman, then apparently Agent 47. But, yeah, it looks good. I have to admit to that. Felicity, it seems like she's going to become more of a badass, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's the next member of the Arrow team. You know, Katie Cassidy looks pretty good as Black Canary. I think she'll do a great job. And I wonder when, or if, Arrow's going to stop adding to their cast. Because, like, every time I watch the show, it's like, oh, like Season 2 was the big version of that. Is like, oh, now we're getting Black Canary, we're getting Roy Harper, and, you know, we have Diggle and Felicity, and I would have liked to see a couple more seasons where it was just Diggle, Ollie, and Felicity before they bring in Roy Harper. I would have liked to see Roy Harper have his own season where he is Speedy, then he's like, Speedy's kind of a stupid name, then he turns into Arsenal, and then have Black Canary kind of show up around there. It just feels like that was kind of rushed. But season 2 is great, don't get me wrong. I love season 2. But I wish like it was a little bit more paced out, since it seems like this show's going to be on for a while longer, you know, with just all these kind of spin-offs that it's creating, like Flash, which did really good its first season, and the new Legends of Tomorrow. I wonder how this is going to go, because I wonder if some of these people will be moving to Legends of Tomorrow. Like, okay, Sarah is definitely moving to Legends of Tomorrow. I think that was kind of spoiled before they showed her getting revived in this trailer. I hope that they don't like have a whole Black Canary versus Black Canary thing. Like, I really don't want that. I kind of want it so it's like, oh, Sarah's back for like maybe a 3-episode story arc, and then she moves on to Legends of Tomorrow. I feel like that would be pretty easy to do. I feel like the Arrow team is kind of getting overran. It's getting too big now, if you ask me. I know, what was the guy's name? Not Roy, because, well, I know Roy, but I'm trying to think of the actor. Colton Haynes, I think is his name. He was getting like better offers and stuff, and he had to move on, so we didn't really get as much Roy Harper as we should have. We have Willa Holland kind of taking the place, and I don't know how she's gonna work. Having Thea kind of become Speedy, since like you can only really see Roy Harper as Speedy. Again, I think it's gonna be good. I'm a little questionable on it, because season 3 was probably the worst season of Arrow. Season 1 I liked, right? I liked season 1 of Arrow. That's what got me into the show. As soon as you got to like episode 4 or 5, you were hooked. Season 2 was the best season of Arrow. And then season 3 was kind of the worst because of the pacing, because of the writing and things like that. And I don't know, as big of a Olicity fan as I am, I just don't know about that beginning with, they're living a life together romantically and things like that. And it's like, no, he's the Arrow, okay? He's gotta be the Arrow. Please don't give us the whole, the Arrow is dead. Just let him be Arrow. And of course, the show is like, yeah, we're gonna let him be Arrow, things like that. I wonder how much of like, because Stephen Amell went to film TMNT right before this, how much they had to kind of cut back a little bit because of TMNT and things like that. If they did any shooting before, Amell went off to do TMNT, or if it all started afterwards, I don't know. But it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this season plays out, because I don't think we're getting another season 2. I hope we're not getting another season 3, but I hope it's more of a season 1 type thing where it's like, it's pretty good. It's not the greatest, but it's still pretty good, and I think that's what this kind of season needs. I think we need to kind of see more of Oliver turning into that Green Arrow personality instead of another Batman. I think they're going to be focusing a lot. Like, it just looked like we're going to have a Damian Wayne type thing with Thea, and oh god. I kind of don't want that Jason Todd, Damian Wayne thing with Thea. I kind of, like, I never thought that Thea would be like Speedy or Red Arrow or anything like that. I thought it was just going to be like, oh, she's the sister. She's the one that, kind of is his alibi and things like that. And I wish that, because like everyone that knows that he's the Arrow has turned into another superhero now. And I'm like, where's all the alibis for this? It's kind of falling apart now. And when it comes to like, oh, well, where's Ollie? I don't know. He wasn't here. Haven't you noticed that you never seen Green Arrow and Ollie in the same room except for that one time? That kind of thing. And it's just like, I'm a little skeptical. Again, I think the season's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be that great, since most of the writers for season 2 of Arrow moved on to Flash, and I think they're still on Flash. I don't know if they moved on to Legends of Tomorrow, but I think that if we really wanted to have like another season 2 here, we need to have, kind of the focus be on Ollie, kind of the focus be on the villain as well, and have it so those two characters are the main ones that we're focusing on. sure, you can have some of the filler episodes be about like Thea and Black Canary and Black Canary's sister and things like that. And since you have 22 episodes, you know, if you look at like Daredevil, they did their whole season run in 13 episodes, so that would give you like 9 episodes to go in depth with the kind of sidekicks in their own storylines. Hopefully they won't be as bad as the Suicide Squad episode. Oh god, that sucked. But I may do a review about episodes. I couldn't stand that episode. But yeah, I feel like they really need to put the focus on Ollie. They need to put the focus on the main villain and make it so it's more of that, oh, duking it out, you know, training to be better than the other, and kind of the thing where it's like, we need to see Ollie turn into Green Arrow. I think that's what everyone has been waiting for, and it seems like they are going down that route, because season 1, 2, and 3, he was Batman. let's put it in terms that people will like, hey, he was Batman. So we need to put him into that Green Arrow role now, and I think that if this season does that, they could be a really good season. If they focus too much on the companions, if they focus too much on, you know, the love interest between him and Felicity, I think this season could go downhill. Also, if they don't pace out their episodes correctly, they could go downhill as well. We saw that in season 3, and I definitely don't want to see that again. You know, we're kind of getting like this DC universe within the TV series, which, to be quite honest, the TV series DCU looks better than the movie DCU, so I'm proud about that. I really want Arrow to be good this season. I think it's going to be good, but we have to kind of keep our fingers crossed that they learn their lesson from season 3, and that way season 3 doesn't go into the current season. Because who wants that, really? Who wants another season 3 where it's just like, oh, let's take a Batman story and put Arrow in it. That will get us money, right? So yeah, I think that's all that I have to say on the Arrow season 4 trailer. I know this is a short one, and like I said, I kind of wanted to do a short one because last week's was so huge. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Oh, and before I go, if Flash does come out with a trailer, I think this one came out either this week or last week. So if we get another Flash trailer the week that this comes out or the week after, I will definitely be taking a look at that, since I watched The Flash and I want to see what season 2 looks like. Also, if we get a trailer for Legends of Tomorrow, you know, kind of like a full-length kind of promotional trailer, then I'll take a look at that too, since I'm kind of interested in that. If it's already out and I don't know about it, please just direct me to it in the comments. Say, yep, one's up. Just go to CW's channel and they'll have it there. And I'll also put the link to the Facebook reaction if it wasn't part of this video. I'll put that there. I will put the trailer that I watched in the description as well, just in case if it gets taken down. Hopefully it doesn't. But you never know with these types of things. It's just, YouTube's copyrights are a little weird. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been 5159 Hawk02. I'm trying to get these out every Friday, even though sometimes it won't happen like that. It's kind of like the past couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.